morning, Ram fam, and welcome to this week's edition of the Saturday Spark. Well, we can give you a little training inspiration for your Saturday morning meeting. I'm here at NADA 2026, and I'm going to tell you what's hitting me harder than anything after 4 days of walking this floor. There is more technology here than ever. More AI, more automation, more tools, more promises, and I'm not knocking any of it. Some of it is super impressive. But after all the demos and all the hype, the same thing keeps showing up in the data and in the real world. None of it matters if you cannot hold your people accountable to hold a real conversation. And the conversation most dealerships are still completely screwing up, it's the trade. Dealerships are not mentioning the trade, and even when the customer hands them the opening, they're doing nothing with it. They skip the trade, they avoid the questions, they wait for the customer to bring it up, and when it finally does come up, they ask once, accept the answer, and ask when can you come in. That is why the trade never becomes a reason to come in. There's no hype, there's no momentum, there's no control. Same situation with managers. Managers are teaching salespeople to hide from the trade by telling them to just say, bring it in. This is not leadership. That is avoiding the hardest part of the deal. Stop avoiding it, managers. Here's the truth. Customers do not want to drag their trade in just to feel like another number. They want clarity. They want confidence. They want someone to sound like they know what they're doing. If the customer says yes, they're considering trading the vehicle they're driving now, let the hype begin, because the trade is not a detail. The trade is emotional leverage. The trade is control. The trade is what changes this conversation from shopping to serious. So this week, I want you to coach on one thing, managers, that no one's coaching. Stop asking if they have a trade and start asking about their trade. If a customer says, yeah, I might trade something, that is not the end. That's the opening. It's the beginning. That is when your people need to lean in and go to work, because you have a great demand for cars like that. And it's the reason why you have a professional appraiser there paying more, sometimes a lot more. So when was the last time you had an appraisal done? That's not a line. It's not a gimmick. It's a reason, and it creates action. So now, here is what I want managers doing differently this week. Stop telling your team just to get them in. Start giving them the ammo to make them want to come in. Because price conversations change when the trade shows up. Run it today. Find 5 unsold leads with a trade in the lead. Call them with the BDC or sales rep. Bring the trade up early. Ask the questions. Build the hype. Then drive them to touch tile. It's February. We need to build good habits this year around our ABCs, our activities between customers. What is your team doing when there is no customer in front of them to get buyers in front of them? I want you all to get out there and crush it. I'll see you next week. You guys don't want to be in the video? Come say hi. Hey! That's us from NADA. We'll see you next week.